What is a parabola's y-intercept? Imagine you're drawing a roller coaster track on a piece of paper. The point where the track crosses the vertical line that runs up and down the page is called the y-intercept. This point is where the graph touches the y-axis. In algebra, when you work with quadratic equations, this crossing point is very important. It tells us where the parabola, which is the shape of the graph, hits the y-axis. To find this point, you don't need to do any complicated calculations. Since the y-axis is where the x-coordinate is always 0, you just need to replace with 0 in the quadratic equation. For example, if the equation is y equals to times squared plus 3 times x plus 4, then to find the y-intercept, you put 0 in place of x. That gives you y equals to times 0 squared plus 3 times 0 plus 4. Simplifying this, you get y equals 4. So the y-intercept is at the point 0, 4. This point is very useful when you're trying to sketch or understand the shape of the parabola. It shows you where the graph starts on the y-axis. Knowing the y-intercept helps you get a good idea of how the parabola is positioned on the coordinate plane. It also works together with other features of the parabola, like the vertex and the x-intercepts, to give you a full picture of the graph. In the standard form of a quadratic equation, which is written as y equals a x squared plus bx plus c, the y-intercept is always the number c. This is because when you set to 0, all the terms with x disappear, leaving just c. So, the point where the parabola crosses the y-axis is always at the coordinate 0, c. Understanding the y-intercept is one of the first steps in learning how to graph quadratic functions. It helps you see where the parabola begins on the y-axis and gives you a starting point for drawing the rest of the curve. Remember, the y-intercept is always found by plugging 0 into the x in your equation and seeing what y equals. This simple step makes graphing much easier and helps you understand how quadratic equations behave on the coordinate plane.